In this video, I will show you how to add an animated number counter to your Wix website quickly and easily. The first thing that we need to do is open up Elfsight. This is the tool that we will be using to build the widget, and I've linked it in the description below. Go ahead and click on that link and it will take you straight over to this page. This link also ensures that everything connects properly when we embed it. From here, just enter your email into this box to sign up for free, and then on this next page, create your password. Just like that, we are signed up and ready to go. Okay, so once we are signed up to Elfsight, the widget that we are looking for is the number counter widget. So the easiest way to find this is just to go up to this search widgets box in the top right corner, and we can click in and simply search for number. And right here, we have the number counter widget. This is the one that we want to go for. So we can click into this, and it's now going to ask us to choose from one of these templates. So you can go down and we can see there's like a regular white theme. We have colored icons. We have multicolored counters. We have a single dark counter just like this. We have some with the images behind. Keep in mind though, as we are going through these, that you can customize and edit any of them. So if you like these boxes, but you don't like the colors, or you like this, but you don't like the colors, or you like this, but you don't like the image behind, don't worry, because this is all completely customizable once we go through and continue with this template. So just select the theme that you roughly like the best, and then we can click continue with this template. And the very first thing that we want to do before we go ahead and start customizing this is set up the content and the numbers and the statistics that we want to show in here. So what we can do is we can either click into these and we can just edit the ones that are already here. So for example, where it says right here, 10,000 customers we have served, we can go in and we can change this from saying customers we have served to countries we have helped, just like this. The start value right here is going to count up from 0 in this example, and we'll change the end value to 86, just like this. We also have a prefix and a postfix. So this is something that comes after or before the number. So the postfix is going to come after the number. The prefix is going to come before the number. So as an example, we could take out this plus right here. And as you can see, that's now going to be removed. So you can add like text in here. You can add more numbers. You can add symbols, things like this. We can also go down to the icon right here. We can click in and we can either choose an icon from Elfsight's library that we can see right here. Maybe I'll go in and add a globe for this. Or alternatively, we can click in and we can upload our own image from our computer. We can then add a link down here as well if we would like to link to a certain thing. But that is essentially how you can build this out. So as I say, you can either edit these or you can click on these 3 dots and delete them. And then you can add in different counters right here, and you can customize this from scratch. We can also add in a widget title above this if you would like. So for example, we could say our accomplishments. We could add something like this, or you can just leave this completely blank. So that is how we can add in content. We can then go down and start customizing this by choosing things like the amount of columns that are in here, the space between these different counters. I wouldn't recommend playing around with the width because it's just going to mess up the dimensions. We can choose how this is going to be laid out. Then we can go down to the style, and in here we can play around with the colors and things like this. So we can go into the widget background, for example, and this is where if you liked the image from earlier, the one with the image on, we could set this to an image, choose an image to upload as a background. You can choose a video, or we can just go for like a color or a gradient as well. We can then choose like the title color up here. We can choose the counter background color, the number color, the caption color, all of these different things. And we can play around with the fonts and the icon sizes as well. Now, once you have this set up and we are now ready to add this to Wix, all we then have to do is click on publish up here. And Elfsight is going to take us over to this screen where we can now choose a plan. Now, the plan I recommend getting started with is this free plan right here, as this allows us to get everything set up for free. We can add this to the website and we can drive traffic. And then later down the line, if you do want to go ahead and upgrade to one of these paid plans, if you want access to more widgets or more website views, you can upgrade to one of these at any time. But for now, just go ahead and select the free plan. And once that is selected, Elfsight is going to give us this piece of code that will allow us to put the number counter onto our website. So all we want to do is click on copy code right here, and then we can go over to our Wix editor. Inside of the editor, you just scroll down on your website until you find the section where you want to add this. So I'm going to add mine right here underneath this top section. All we need to do is click on Add Section where you want to add this, and it's going to create a new section that we are going to use to add the number counter. It's then going to ask us to choose a starting point. So the starting point that we want to choose is Add Elements. And then the element that we want to add, we come down here to Embed Code, and we want to embed HTML. So we want to go ahead and add this. It's then going to add in this little square. So we just make sure in these HTML settings that this is set to code. And then where it says add your code here, we click in and paste in the code that we just copied. Then when we click on update, just like this, it's then going to add in this number counter. So of course we need to spread this out to make sure that this fits into the section and looks how we would like it to look. Just like that. And then we can drag up the bottom of this section to make sure this all fits. Of course, these are starting at 0, but if we go ahead and click on preview just like this, it's now going to go ahead and add in the counting. And that is how you can add an animated number counter to your Wix website.